the absolute worst call of the season. No call. And enough's enough. That's an abomination.
Ooh, we're coming in hot today.
This is SportsCenter.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto, and the Leafs head into a matchup with the Golden Knights tonight on an absolute tear. Winners of 7 straight games, the longest stretch since the 03-04 season. Despite the win streak, the Leafs have ground to make up in the standings. Toronto trails the Panthers by 6 points in the Atlantic with a game in hand. And despite having a better record on the road this season, the Leafs should feel good about having 5 straight at home beginning tonight. Of course, we have to talk about number 34. Austin Matthews has 52 goals in 56 games. That puts him on pace to score 75 this season. With more, we're now joined by our Leafs reporter, Mark Masters. How's it going?
I'm feeling good. It's good to be back home after that long road trip.
The Leafs are playing their best hockey of the season. What would you say has been the most important aspect of their success this stretch?
Well, it's impossible to know for sure. There are a lot of different theories, but everyone agrees that something changed for the Leafs after that loss in Ottawa on February 10th. Is it what happened with Morgan Rielly and Ridley Gregg? A lot of players, Coach Sheldon Keefe, have said they were motivated and inspired by what Rielly did in standing up for the team. Is it the fact that they just had enough of the inconsistent play and losing to Ottawa the way they did, and they all just realized they had to look in the mirror and step up? Is it the fact John Tavares and Mitch Marner missed that next game after that due to illness, which led Keefe to try out some different lineup combinations that have really clicked? The bottom line is they're playing their best hockey this season right now. William Nylander summed it up today simply saying, "We are finding ways to win."
Mark Masters, thanks for this.
Anytime.
And don't forget, you can watch the Leafs and Golden Knights tonight on TSN starting at 6:30 Eastern if you're in the Leafs region. Staying in the NHL, a 4-game slate led to 4 major milestones being achieved. 1 milestone for each game. The Oilers defeated the Kings 4-2, thanks in part to a 2-point effort by Connor McDavid. This assist on Zach Hyman's first period goal marked the moment. McDavid achieved his 8th consecutive 90-point season, tying him for the 3rd longest streak of consecutive 90-point campaigns. Only Mike Bossy and the Great One himself can say they've done better than that. The Bruins fell to the Kraken in a shootout, but not before David Pastrnak recorded his 700th career point. And he did so in style.
And Boston's defensive coverage. Pastrnak scores on a long pass from Shattenkirk, and the Bruins are off to a great start.
He went on to score his 701st and 702nd career points. Pasta became the 4th fastest to reach 700 in Bruins history, needing just 652 games to meet the mark. The Stars couldn't quite defeat the Isles, but it was a special night for the organization, as star prospect Logan Stankoven ripped home his first career goal.
Weaving, he gets knocked by Pellick. Shot, score! Stankoven! His first NHL goal on his 21st birthday. Logan Stankoven, it's perfect!
Happy birthday, Logan. And finally, the Caps took down the Sens 6-3. This win marked John Carlson's 984th game in a Caps jersey, passing Calle Johansson as most games played by a Caps defenseman. On top of that, Carlson scored his 145th goal with the team, passing Sergei Gonchar for 2nd most goals by a Caps defenseman. Kevin Hatcher sits at 149 goals for the Caps, giving Carlson a shot at catching him before the season's over. Dang, we got stats on stats for you today, eh? The Raptors have finally done it. They've won 3 games in a row, and more importantly, will now get a pizza party that coach Darko Rajakovic promised them earlier this season. Don't expect anything too extravagant on Coach's pizza, though.
Are you a pepperoni guy? What's your favorite?
My pizza is only margarita, simple Italian pizza.
So pineapple is a no-go?
No.
I love that he's drawn a line in the sand there, and honestly, my nonna would agree with him. You don't want to put pineapple on pizza, but some of us, like to go another way. And it ultimately raises the question that everyone wants to know, what is the best pizza? And because everyone is asking, here are my 5 favorites. Margarita's tops, I'm with Darko for sure. Pepperoni and pineapple is a whole vibe. Like, you don't do Hawaiian, you do pepperoni and pineapple. That's the best way to do it. Arugula and prosciutto. I don't want the prosciutto cotto though. You need to have just the basic prosciutto on top. You're not gonna cook the pizza with the prosciutto. It's nice, it's a nice arugula, it's a nice prosciutto, and then a little drizzle of olive oil. Now, potato pizza sounds odd, but my nonna, and if you have an Italian grandmother or someone in your life who makes pizza, they're like really thin slices of potato that she layers on top of the pizza. It's incredible. And I gotta go with another nonna classic, just her sauce with onion on top. Oof, it's lovely. Wow, shout out to Nonna, eh? Sticking with the association, It's important to shine a light on the incredible season that Shay Gilgeous-Alexander is having. First of all, his Oklahoma City Thunder are tied for first in the Western Conference, exceeding all expectations that were laid in front of them. Statistically, the man from Hamilton, Ontario has been elite. SGA is averaging 31 points on nearly 55% shooting. He's also putting up over 6.5 assists and 5.5 rebounds while also leading the league in steals. The only players to ever average 35, 5, and 2 on over 50% shooting: Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, and Shay this season. With all that said, it should not be a surprise to see him as a legitimate contender for MVP. SGA is currently 2-1 to win the hardware on FanDuel, trailing only the favorite, Nikola Jokic. Even so, there's 25 games left for Shay to make his case. And if he were to win it, he'd be the first Canadian to win MVP since Steve Nash 18 years ago. So what do you think? Is he gonna win this thing? Yes or no? Now joined by the squid himself, Jesse Pollock, who's in Calgary, Alberta, covering the Special Olympics Canada Winter Games.
Hey, Marissa.
Jesse, tell us how Calgary's been so far.
Calgary's been great so far. Had a really cool dinner last night. There's a lot of really interesting people on the Special Olympics board. Dion Phaneuf was there. Jennifer Jones was there. So it's been awesome. It's very, very cold here, and I'm really, really excited for the opening ceremonies tonight.
I gotta know, what are you looking forward to the most?
I think of everything that I'm looking forward to is probably checking out floor hockey. I'm a floor hockey coach in Toronto, so I'm really interested to see the athletes here, the level that they play at, and I'm looking forward to everyone else seeing how floor hockey in the Special Olympics differentiates from standard floor hockey.
All right, Jazz, have fun out there. Looking forward to all the content.
Thanks, Riss.
That's all for today. We'll see you back at 3 Eastern. No Pacific! Have a good one.